All in now. Brilliant Crown getting a little edgy in 6. Heaps of Fun stood well. Light flashing away. Junsi on the inside. Racing now. Heaps of Fun began very fast in the middle of the line. They're all coming to the grandstand side. She's out fast there with Co-Dancer. Wigan Gown was away fast. Lotus Bird coming across. Mitres Fury dropped in behind them early, followed by Brilliant Crown and Argentum Start. Our Grace has got a good way back, and Junsi is the deepest runner, heading to the 600 metres now. And Lotus Bird had found the lead and crossed down to the outside rail and leads. Wigan Gown is second, followed by Co-Dancer. Just behind them, Heaps of Fun and Junsi, the deepest runner in the shadow roll. Smitres Fury getting out to follow her. They're followed by Co-Dancer, and behind them then is Argentum Start, having to switch course to go to the middle of the track. Brilliant Crown is next to last, and 4 lengths to Our Grace. Now they're reaching the 200 metre mark, and the favourite Heaps of Fun has raced to the lead. Junsi is trying hard second, followed by Smitres Fury and Co-Dancer, but the favourite's got away a little here. Heaps of Fun raced by 3, Smitres Fury, Junsi, Co-Dancer and Heaps of Fun. Too good and a very easy win. Heaps of Fun scores by over 2 lengths. Smitres Fury second, Co-Dancer third, Junsi fourth, and then a break to Brilliant Crown, followed by Lotus Bird, who showed up before weakening, and then came Our Grace, Argentum Start, and Wigan Gown finished last of all. Good victory for the favourite in the first, number 2. And Like Her Lady and Listening's Joy, the last couple to get set. Now there's Listening's Joy taking the outside gate, and they're set to go. And racing. Sweet Lady Bird, one of the first to bounce out. Away fast, Like Her Lady. Ernestina jumped fast, and so did Wexford on the outside. Sweet Line is going forward. Rules Galore dropped out to be last of all by the 1800 metres now. And Wexford outside, Like Her Lady, settled in front of Sweet Line to the outside, and the blue and white checkers third. Then Listening's Joy going up around the outside towards the leading horses. 2 lengths at Tillalas, who's still out 3 wide. Ernestina in the centre, and then follows Siobhan on the rails, and 2 lengths to Sweet Lady Bird, who's settled a good way back in the field out to the 1400. Jennifer is around her, and Rules Galore is last by the 1400. Listening's Joy, the top weight, has worked to the lead. Sweet Line is up second, 2 lengths away. Wexford is a neck away third. 1 further back is a Tillalas, who's been 3 deep throughout so far. Ernestina in the centre. Like Her Lady back on the rails. 1.5 Siobhan, and then Sweet Lady Bird and Jennifer together, and 2 lengths to Rules Galore. They're heading out to the 1,000 metre mark. Listening's Joy by a length. Sweet Liner is second, to Tillalas third on the outside, with Wexford on the rails with her, and then 1 Ernestina getting a good run fifth. 1.5 lengths Like Her Lady, and next Siobhan. 2 lengths to Sweet Lady Bird and Jennifer together, and Rules Galore last of all by the 800. And Listening's Joy the leader. Comes up towards the turner neck in front of Sweet Liner. Tillalas has done it hard. On the rails fourth, Wexford. Ernestina is next in the centre, travelling well before the turn, and then Like Her Lady and Siobhan. Rules Galore over on the inside when they corner, followed by Sweet Lady Bird and Jennifer. Round the turn now, and here in the centre, Sweet Liner took a slender lead from Listening's Joy. Ernestina just behind them. Tillalas is hard ridden. Now Siobhan is starting to pounce on the outside. Here with about 300 to go, Ernestina held up a little in traffic, and on the outside, Siobhan dashed to the front for Bernadette Payne. Running on Rules Galore and Sweet Lady Bird, and then Ernestina. Siobhan the leader though, with 100 metres to go. Rules Galore coming after Siobhan. Siobhan tackled by Rules Galore, who goes home the better. Rules Galore grabbed the lead, and Rules Galore and next Siobhan. 3/4 Ernestina third. Then Sweet Lady Bird, Like Her Lady. A long break in the field to Listening's Joy. Back there in company with the Tillalas, being trailed further back in the field by Jennifer, one of the last to go over the line. And also Sweet Liner was there with Wexford. Disappointing run, Wexford. Stand by for numbers here. Rules Galore has finished. And so there. Well, she's not quite right now. She's another attempt being made with Manila Mistress to get her locked away on the outside. Just about right now. Third event of the day, racing. Queensgate began well in gate 5 from Northwood Lady. Emotional Success. Cafe Who dropping in behind them. They're coming to the grandstand side again. No Foresight. Symbolism are both going very fast as they settle down. Ardana getting back behind the leading few as they come along to the 850 now. Symbolism had found the outside rail. Queensgate's done a great job to get up behind the leading horses. Emotional Success has speared to the front though. Emotional Success from Symbolism and Queensgate settling in third. They're followed by Gypsy Lee. Cafe Who close to the middle of the track. Oh, Angel Spirit tipped and has thrown the rider. Craig Williams down again on that filly. You wouldn't believe it. I think he's up. He's okay as they came along passing the 500 metres. In behind the leading horses then is No Foresight, followed then by Our Dana Against the Rail, followed by Manila Mistress, working into it Northwood Lady close to the middle of the track. Symbolism held up. Queensgate's racing after the leader at the 200. Queensgate getting to emotional success. Northwood Lady, Cafe Who, back behind those Symbolism, Manila Mistress, and then French Flute, but it's Queensgate going clear near the 100. Northwood Lady going to second from Emotional Mistress, but in the run home Queensgate is a length and a half clear, and Queensgate wins it well from Northwood Lady second. Emotional Success 3 lengths away third, then Manila Mistress, Our Dana, Cafe Who, Royal Gesture, Symbolism, and back behind those were French Flute. They all finished across the track in a line ahead of No Foresight. Then there's a long break in the field to Gypsy Lee, who was last to complete the course. Angel Spirit dipped and near the 600 metres has thrown Craig Williams. Craig was BRC size, big one of the afternoon. They're set. Racing. Lovely start. Blackfriars out fairly. Testarossa raced to the lead immediately though. Away fast also is Dangerous over on the outside. Mr. Granada settling in behind them as Card Queen races to the lead. At the 1200 metres now and the filly race clear. Card Queen a length and a quarter. Testarossa running second. In third placing Downing Street on the outside, followed by Brooks Express and then Dangerous. Couple of lengths to Blackfriars over on the inside of Mr. Granada and Confederate Kid. At the 900 metres, Card Queen a length and a half. Testarossa settles well second, 2 lengths Downing Street. Then Dangerous on the inside, followed by Brooks Express, a length Mr. Granada. Back to the end is Confederate Kid and Blackfriars on the rail. Card Queen nearing the turn, 2 lengths in front of Testarossa, 2 lengths to Downing Street. Over on the outside, Brooks Express, and they're followed by Dangerous about 5th on the rails when they corner from Mr. Granada, Confederate Kid and Blackfriars. Card Queen came round the turn in the size, a length and a half on Testarossa. Casa had a look across his shoulder as he sends the favourite to the lead now. Downing Street into the clear, and Dangerous is coming home fairly well at the 300, and Testarossa raced away. He put 2 lengths on them very quickly. Downing Street going into second placing from Dangerous at the 200 though, and it's all Testarossa. He's 4 lengths in front of Dangerous, and Downing Street battling the last bit, but Testarossa's racing away. The size is all his, and Testarossa wins it brilliantly from Dangerous. Photo third, either Downing Street or Mr. Granada. Not much between them in front of Blackfriars, Confederate Kid, and then the fillies at the back of the field, Brooks Express and Card Queen. All too good. 124.5, number 1 Testarossa, ridden by Eddie Casa, trained on the track by Dean Lawson, and he grabs the Group 1 success. Congratulations to them all round. It was a runaway win and a jubilee. Duke of Norfolk, they're on their way. Streak jump well with Dance Away, Sky Trist on the outside, and Berserk Alframati away nicely. In the early stages, Pintiri Boy is prominent. Oliver grabs hold of the toppy and he swings across the heels of the field early, dropping out towards the tail end as they come past the 600 the first round now. And now as the hour goes to the lead over Zebwan up in the green blinkers second. Sky Trist moving up outside them, and Westminster Place tucked away fourth, the rail early from Pintiri Boy. They're followed by Alframati in the orange out wide, and Navajo Flashback on the fence, and then Son of Redmond Radir, a Real Zeal. About 2 lengths Berserk, and then True and Easy on the inside, a length and a half to Galaxy Jack, Noble Ben Barra Dance Away, and Streak in the all white is back last on the inside rail. Coming up towards the 100 metre mark the first time round. Now is the hour by a length. Zebwan, Westminster Place is third, Sky Trist is fourth. A length and a half further back is Navajo Flash, 1 Pintiri Boy, 1 Son of Redmond. Then came Alframati out wide, Radira checking a little over on the inside rail. With those is Real Zeal, and then Berserk and True and Easy. Next Galaxy Jack turning out of the straight from Dance Away. Noble Ben Barra is next to last, and Streak is last of all. So the favourites are back at the tail end of the field, as now as the hour goes to the 2,000 metre mark, and the mare leads by 2.5 lengths of 1. Westminster Place third, the inside. Nice generous pace here. 2 lengths Sky Trist, more than 2 lengths Pintiri Boy, Navajo Flash, a couple of lengths to Son of Redmond. Then Alframati, a length and a half or 2 to Real Zeal. 1 Berserk, and 2 lengths further back is Radira, True and Easy. 2 Dance Away. 1 further back in the field, Noble Ben Barra. Next to last is Galaxy Jack, and Streak is last of all. Outpassing the 1600 metres, and here Now Is the Hour scoots away, opens up about 5 lengths on Zabuan and Westminster Place on the rail. 1.5 to Sky Trist, followed by Navajo Flash. 1 further back in the field then as they go out to the 1400. Son of Redmond on the inside of Pinteri Boy. 2 lengths Alpha Amati, Real Zeal. 1.5 lengths Berserk, and they're followed then by Radira. Next is True and Easy. 1.5 Noble Benbara, Dance Away, Galaxy Jack, and Streak is still last of all. At the 1200, Now Is the Hour. The margins increased. She's out now by about 6 or 7 lengths. Zabuana's second. More than 2 lengths further back in the field, Westminster Place. 1 Sky Trist, 2 Navajo Flash, 1 Pinteri Boy, Son of Redmond. 2.5 Alpha Amati. Behind them Berserk and Real Zeal. They're well strung out. 2 lengths Radira, followed by True and Easy. 3 Dance Away. Noble Benbara. Streak is still back towards the end when they came down the side at the 800 metres. And Galaxy Jack is back last of all. Now Is the Hour. She leads by 5 before the turn. Zabuana's second. 3 lengths Westminster Place, Sky Trist. Pinteri Boy to the outside. Then came Navajo Flash. Alpha Amati pulling wide. Son of Redmond's had enough from Berserk. Now as they corner, Streak pulls right to the extreme outside. Now Is the Hour. Heads to the 400. 3 on Zabuan. Pinteri Boy, Sky Trist. They're followed by Navajo Flash, Alpha Amati. Streak is still a good way back. They're reaching the 300. Zabuana's race clear. Opened up 2 or 3 lengths. Navajo Flash coming home well from Sky Trist. Pinteri Boy with 150 to go. Zabuan the leader. Coming after it, Navajo Flash. Navajo Flash after Zabuan, who's kicking. Zabuana half in front. Navajo Flash lunging. Zabuan in front. Won it. Zabuan ahead to Navajo Flash. 3 lengths Sky Trist third. They're followed in by Alpha Amati. And back behind those to finish in the race, Son of Redmond and then Streak. Followed by Pinteri Boy, Real Zeal, True and Easy, Radira, Galaxy Jack, Berserk, Noble Benbara. Now Is the Hour. Westminster Place. Dance Away is last to finish. Willie Watt moved up into the gates. Command Post and Bisca Go-Go the last 2 to move along. Bisca Go-Go coming into the line, and the last to move along then will be Command Post. Drawn the outside, field of 10, good race, nearly set. All in. All clear comes through and they're off and racing now. Oh, Vetivi is slow to move, settles at the back after missing it 2 lengths. And Alsavat shot away in the early part and leads 2 lengths. Willie Watt second, Bisca Go-Go third, Lucky Strikers fourth, Command Post settling fifth, and a length away sixth, Make a Scene. And then Sagacious Lad followed by Bountiful Sun, Vetiver and Litmus last of all going past the 1700 metres. Alsavat is going along early, leading more than 2 lengths to Willie Watt. Bisca Go-Go 2 lengths away third, Lucky Striker fourth the outside. About 3 lengths further back is Command Post and 1 Make a Scene, 2 Sagacious Lad. Vetiver on the inside of Bountiful Sun and a couple of lengths away Litmus. They're not sparing the horses by the 1400 metres. Our Savard about 3 lengths in front of Willie Watt. A similar margin 3 to 4 lengths away. Lucky Striker is third. Bisca Go-Go is fourth. 2 lengths further back in the field is Make a Scene running fifth on the outside of Command Post. 3 to 4 lengths behind them Sagacious Lad, Vetiver, and then came Bountiful Sun and more than 2 lengths to Litmus back last of all. At the 1,000, our Savard the leader, about 3 lengths to Willie Watt and 4 lengths to Lucky Striker. 1 to Bisca Go-Go, 1 to Make a Scene in a good place. Command Post on the rail, 1.5 Bountiful Sun who comes out 3 wide now. Vetiver on the rail from Sagacious Lad and Litmus. Our Savard leads the field before the home turn. 3 lengths to Willie Watt, 2 lengths away is Lucky Striker and Make a Scene, making ground on the outside. Clear of Bisca Go-Go, Command Post. Vetiver still a good way back on the rails coming around the home turn. Oliver trying to take the shortcuts. Then Bountiful Sun, Litmus coming to the outside in front of him, and Sagacious Lad. They're in the straight now at the 400. Our Savant being tackled by Willie Watt and Make a Scene. Vetivi has come up behind them and is starting to run on in the red colours now. Inside the 3, Our Savant headed by Willie Watt on the outside. Make a Scene a length away, and a further 2 lengths to Vetivi. Willie Watt the leader with 100 metres to go. He's kicked out by 2, little Willie. Vetivi getting to second. Make a Scene can't go on, but Willie Watt is in grand form and wins again. Willie Watt beat Vetivi. Make a Scene third, and then Litmus running on from last for fourth, followed by Our Savant, Bisca Go-Go, Lucky Striker, Bountiful Sun, and next Command Post and Sagacious Lad last to finish. Number 2, the winner, Willie Watt, ridden by Darren Gauci. Russell Cameron doing a great job with him. Number 2, Willie Watt, has won 3 of the last 4. They've all been here at Flemington. His Indian Blade will be the last couple. Indian Blade moving up near the outside with Loafer going into a middle gate, and the field looks set. Light flashing away, set to go. Starter has them, off they go. Jumalik began well with Mighty Way. Now they are going to split here. Suit and Ken Deering are going to be the only 2 coming down the flat side rail. Out on the grandstand, Indian Blade, Prime Ruler and Cinnamon Cove bounce out in front of Jumalik, who's shot across there to join the leading horses. Mighty Way came across with him. Della Vista in behind them, followed by Loafer. Classic Day Spectrum is one of the last there as they came towards the 600 metres now. And over on the flat, it's Suit leading by a couple of lengths to Ken Deering. On the grandstand side again now, Prime Ruler in the blue blinkers, one of the leaders with Jumalik, Cinnamon Cove. Out wider is Mighty Way. Della Vista's the deepest runner. Loafer in behind them from Classic Day, followed by Spectrum and Indian Blade, one of the last, while Suit has a good lead of a couple of lengths on Ken Deering on the flat side rail. Out on the grandstand, Jumalik and Della Vista lead. Loafer coming through, and Mighty Way is running on fairly from Classic Day. Jumalik the leader on the outside, Suit is leader on the flat side. Loafer's coming after Jumalik and Suit on the inside. It's Loafer going home the better in the middle. Here's the line. Loafer, I think. Loafer in the middle has won. Jumalik and Suit. There's not much between these 2 on opposite sides of the track. Ken Deering close up behind Suit on that side. There followed further back by Mighty Way, Classic Day and Della Vista had to work down the middle of the track. Indian Blade, Prime Ruler stopped after showing a lot of pace, and then Spectrum towards the end and Cinnamon Cove last. Photo. Peter Hayes looking for 3 for the day with Be My Dane. Drawn a middle position and goes in now, and they're set to go. Light flashing away, they're ready to break up the famous straight 6. Racing now, Be My Dane and Final Way began pretty smartly. Pala sent away next to them okay with Typhoon Barney, Grey Elder. Wilkinson and Desert Mistral show some pace over near the outside. On the other side, Wild Man cut the field off and down to the 1,000 leads from Don't Say Goodbye in the red colours running second, clear of Prince of Rebels and Mazir and Ultra Smuggers last of the flat division. Out on the grandstand side now, and Typhoon Barney in the centre as a narrow leader. Scenic Gem has gone up to join it. Wilkinson against the outside rail, followed by Endless Power. Be My Dane just in behind them, followed by Final Way, who's close to the middle of the track. Parlisant is following it. Grey Elders towards the end, followed by Lord Kingston giving them a long start, and also Desert Mistral. Down on the other side now at the 400 metres on the flat side, Wild Man is the leader with Don't Say Goodbye coming after it, clear of Mazir and Ultra Smoke, Prince of Rebels. On the other side, right across the track they are, Scenic Gem with Desert Mistral coming home very hard. Be My Dane's not in the hunt. Don't Say Goodbye leads on the flat side, has that Division 1. Desert Mistral on the grandstand, they're wide apart. Desert Mistral this side and Don't Say Goodbye. Desert Mistral's going home the better. Desert Mistral wins it from Don't Say Goodbye. I think Scenic Gem will be third. Lord Kingston ran on well. Mazir is on the flat side rail. Just behind those, Be My Dane. Parlisent's run a big race, followed by Final Way, Typhoon Barney, Lord Kingston out there from Wilkinson and Grey Elder. Ultra Smug over on the other side of the course with Prince of Rebels and Wild Man, who showed up before weakening. Wilkinson towards the end in company with Grey Elder and Endless Power. Stand by for numbers. Desert Mistral, who's jumped a class here, has stormed down the outside door.